Before I talk about what Jonathan would say, who's in Paducah tonight, let me just say this is a race I did not have to take. This was one that I thought that was very special. My friend Gatewood Galbraith just called this as a crossroads. And you know what? I gave that speech this morning, and he was in the audience. And if you complimented me, that's true. Isn't it true? It's true. It's true. Okay, we got an amen over here. I do believe we're at the crossroads. I do think that we need some new leadership. And while I have not been part of the state government, I do know this. If we think this election is a mortal lock cinch in the fall, you're sadly mistaken.
Now, I just said that a minute ago.
Well, now I just stole your line. What we need is somebody that can take the Democratic Party forward, who has the record and the ability to get this job done. Jonathan Miller came into my office after having been elected for a 4-year term as county attorney. And for the first time in my political life, I thought I had the chance to coast. And what I did not know was he asked me to run for lieutenant governor. And I listened to that man tell me what Kentucky needed to do. We needed more openness in government. We needed to put primary emphasis on education. He talked about ethics in government, and we needed to put the best team on the court that we could do to win in the fall. And after listening to him for 15 minutes, I knew I had a pretty tough choice to make. And at the end of the day, I looked down at the photograph that was on my desk and I saw the pictures of my 5 grandkids. And I did what any person would do. I told him I'd call him the next day. And I thought about it. And I called him back. And I said, "Are you sure? This is it." Because I knew what the future was going to hold. Jonathan's in the Purchase tonight. There was one time this week I was in Boyd County. He was down in Warren County. We're talking about things about health care. Bruce just talked about health care. My figures showed 650,000 people that were uninsured. We've already put that in writing. We've got our plan on the web. We already talked about the need for no more secrecy in government. So I think, Gatewood, we are at a crossroads. And that's one reason why I entered this fray. And before somebody gets up here and tells you what they're going to do, you might want to ask them what they've done. In my case, county attorney, one of the persons that I beat to get this job because I really wanted it was a man called Steve Pence. I beat him pretty bad. Yeah, I'm proud of that one. We took that off, and when I took office, we had a conviction rate, I'm sorry to say, of drunk driving of 47% in Louisville. Our record now is 97%. It's no longer business as usual. We're taking some pretty tough stands. When somebody brought me a case that said their child hadn't gone to school for 62 days, you know what I did? I prosecuted the parent, put the lady in jail. What happened? Attendance spikes. It's at the highest we've ever had in Louisville and Jefferson County. That's leadership, folks. That's what Jonathan Miller and Irv Mays can bring. I'll help you rebuild the Democratic Party. Just give us the chance. Thank you for the opportunity to talk.
Thank you, Irv. Thank you for being here. Thank you for speaking.